Hello, hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we will learn about tuples or tuples, however you pronounce them, and dictionaries. So let's get started with tuples. A tuple is basically a read-only list. So they are declared with parentheses and like this. So if you have one element, then you need to give a trailing comma. Okay. All the operations which do not modify a list are allowed on tuples, most of them. So, for example, you can check for example, membership. Okay. So let's get the original tuple. 1 in X. Yes, it is true. 1 or 4 not in X. That is also true. You can't modify them. Okay. So, but I believe you should be able to concatenate them in the way like this. Okay. You can concatenate two different tuples. It will produce a third tuple. It is not an in-place operation. You can multiply them as well. Z is equal to X into 2. And Z will become 1 to 3, 1 to 3. You can extract using the bracket notation. That will also work. Slice notation will also work. For example, 1 column 3. And len, min, max, all those things will work. Len x, max x, min x, it will work. Any operation which modifies the lists in place will not work on a tuple. For example, it won't work because it sorts in place. So if you want to sort something like X, you can say Z is equal to list of X, convert it to a list and then do Z dot sort. And then you will see Z is sorted. Okay. Now, if you read the documentation, it says that it doesn't say much about tuples as such, okay, other than this small description. So tuples are very useful when you want to create a read-only data structure to store your values when you know it won't be modified. Or if you want to modify, you can use this kind of construct where you take two tuples and add them to get a third. Okay. Remember that these are read-only, so you can't modify them in place. Okay, but you can otherwise modify append those. For example, you can't say jet dot append. Oh, you can. It won't modify in place. Oh, it is a list. So x dot append 4. Append is not there. If you want to see what all operations are allowed, you can look at help tuple and you will see this. So one of the advantage of tuples is that since it is read-only, it is hash tuple. As you can see, the hash method is written for this. So it can be used as a key in dictionary. Dictionary keys require the object to be hashable. And you have methods defined here: self add, self value, contains, equality. Contains is used for an operator, equality for comparison, greater than equal to get item by getting keys. Then we have hash, we can iterate, less than equal to length, less than, multiply, not equal to. But if you compare it to a list, a lot more functionality is available in list. Okay. For example, I add, I mul, these things you can't do on a tuple. Okay. Similarly, reversed is there, armal is there, set item is there, special one for list. You can't set item on a tuple. Append is there, and index is there. For example, index will also be in tuple. You can do indexing. but I don't remember that this was present in that. Sort is there, so you can sort. So that is all about tuples. Now we talk about a different data structure called dictionary. A dictionary is basically a hash map or an ordered map. So dictionary is declared like x is equal to, within the parentheses, you say that 1 colon 1 and 2 colon 2. Since integers and strings are most common hashable classes, we use either a string or an integer as key of dictionary. Those are most common ones. As I said, you can use a tuple as a key, but it is not uncommon. It is uncommon. You can retrieve the numbers like x1. So one more thing I wanted to say about tuple is you can iterate them in like this way for I in z, print I, or do anything with I, and this will iterate of the tuple. Okay. Coming back to dictionary, you can test for membership on keys for I in x. One in X is what I found. One in X, you can check membership. We can invoke len, I believe, and then you can, slicing is not allowed on dictionaries. Can't slice them. You can operate like for key comma v in x dot items print k comma v. So it will print the keys and values. So that is one extra thing you can do in key and dictionary. Or you can do sorted. I believe you can sort the keys of dictionaries. Let me find the dictionaries. Dict. Okay. List. You can convert dictionary to list using this function. You return a list of all the keys used in dictionary. Len is also allowed, just the number of items in the dictionary. And let's see, you can use del. So you can say del d1, del x1. And then if you see x will have only 2. And key in D, key not in D, iter is there, so you can call iter D dot keys. Turns an iterator over keys. So similarly, you can say x dot keys, x dot values is should also be possible. And copy get items pop is there, so you can pop x pop key x pop 2, oh sorry, x2, oh sorry, I'm making a mistake, x dot pop 2. So if you see x now, it will be empty, so we need to construct the dictionary again. For all units, the pop is there, pop item is there, remove a return and key value pair, it pairs a return in leaf order, reversed is there. I'm looking for sorted. Okay, it is not there. So what we can do is sorted x dot keys. Sorted is okay. I'll get that sorted one in the next video. Reversed is the d dot values, reverse d dot items, dictionary new objects. I was looking for sorted, it is not here. Okay, we can try something else for k in x dot is dot dot print k comma xk. So this is what should be able to give us keys in a sorted manner. dict key has no attribute sort. Okay. So what we can do is we can convert this to a list, and then we should be able to do this. Okay, non-type object is not callable. All right, because list does not work that way. Okay, can we sort this with this? All right. I don't remember the exact syntax for sorting key, sorted syntax. Sorting dictionary keys. Let me do it with Google Python. Okay, so sorted is there as I remember. Sorted dict. Okay, for K comma V and sorted X when K comma V. All right, so non-iterable int object. Okay, what else we do? Yes. All right, so we have got that. So that's how you access the keys in a sorted manner. Now, if you just iterate on the dictionary for K comma V and X, then I want to show you that it is unordered. What is X? X is 1, 2. Oh, sorry, my mistake. It should be dot items. Okay. Now, let's add more to this. 3 X 4 is equal to 4. Let's see if it gives us sorted with these many items. Not. Okay, it is not giving unsorted, but know that it is not sorted. The dictionary is unordered map. What else can we do with keys? So you got plenty of examples here. If you need more examples, you can come here and look at the standard library. Okay. What else is there? So if you look at dictionary, okay. Okay. So what I was trying is that you can pass the generic signature of function is like args, kw args. So this is a dictionary, kw args, and args is a simple list. Okay. So you can get the keywords and arguments from here like a dictionary, and args will be a list. Okay. So this you would find when I have discussed the functions in the playlist, because this video is a re-recording. So I think this should be enough to get you started on dictionaries. What else can we do on dictionary? Let me see. So this, most of it I have already shown on list. Iterator in general is not used in its raw form. And let me see, update you can do. The update is something we can check. So we can say x.update, and then we can give kwargs to it. We can say 5 colon 5. Now you see x will have 5 as well. What else is there? You can give mapping iterable. Okay, iterable is there. So I hope that we can give it something like a list of tuples of 2 elements, 6 comma 6. If it's 2 element stuff should be possible. No, it won't take. Cannot convert to element 0 to a sequence. Okay. So, all right. It says a table, so key value pair from a tables and args. Object with keys method. Keys method. Let me see if keys method is in the list. There should be keys method present, otherwise it will not work. Keys, no, you can't pass in a list, although it says in table. The keys method has to present. Okay. So what else? Values, return values only. If you want to see values only, you can invoke values. Keys will give you keys. Okay. You can do ORs and must be a dictionary. Right. So suppose we have X here and we have Y is equal to, you can say 7 colon 7. This should be within single quote. Then we can say X or Y and it will give us with all the merged elements. Okay. This you can play with. Separate the dictionary with key and values from other, which may be either a mapping or its table of key value pairs. The value of other take priority when D and other share keys. Okay, so suppose Y is equal to 5 and we put another value here. Let's call it 5 from Y and we do X arrow Y. So you see the key from the other takes precedent. That is the right side operand of the OR operation will get the priority. The members will get priority. So there is not much else which you can do with dictionary. Most of the common operations I have already shown you. So with this, we come to the end of videos. When we will create more programs, we will see more uses of dictionary and I'll explain it at that time. But in general, this should get you covered for 99% of cases. So this video is a re-upload of the earlier video because of audio issues. After this, I will discuss sets in one more video and then the re-recording will end. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it useful. I thank you for watching the video and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay curious and happy programming.